NHL news, October 8th, 2018. Happy Thanksgiving. Canadian Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble. There are 4 games on today. Let's start with the Boston Bruins winning 6-3 over the Ottawa Senators. Tuukka Rask made 28 stops on 31 shots. Condon for the Senators made 24-29. For the Bruins, Bergeron. I always pronounce this guy's name wrong. Bergeron. I should know this. Anyways, he had 3 goals and 1 assist in the game. He had a hat trick. Pasternak, not to be outdone, had 2 goals and 2 assists in the game for 4 points as well. Brad Marchand and Charlie McAvoy had 3 assists each. Boston's first line, as it usually does, just destroyed Ottawa, as it does with most teams, which is why it's known as the best line in hockey. For the Senators, Zingle had 2 goals. DeMello had 2 assists. If you remember him, he came across in the Erik Karlsson trade from San Jose. He's the defenseman, yeah. And Bobby Ryan scored his first goal of the season. Yay. Moving on, New York Islanders win 4-0 over the San Jose Sharks. Lehner had a shutout, a 35-save shutout. That is the first time an Islander goalie made his debut and had a shutout. So, yay, Robin Lehner. That's good for him. Martin Jones for the Sharks made 26 of 29 stops. The Islander scoring list goes as follows here. Cizikas. He had a goal, a shorthanded goal, and an assist in the game. Matt Martin, former Toronto Maple Leaf, fourth liner. He had a goal, as well as Anders Lee and Scott Mayfield. San Jose just looked flat in this game. I don't know if that's... I don't know what's going on there. Maybe they just need to get to know each other. Maybe some roster changes were happening. Who knows? On a side note, the attendance at the Barclays Center there was the worst since the Islanders moved there for hockey, since they moved to Brooklyn. The attendance was 8,790. Yee. Next game, Buffalo Sabres 4-2 over the Vegas Golden Knights. Hutton made 35 of 37 saves. He's looking really good so far this season. Hopefully he lasts, and Buffalo's finally found a solid keeper, at least to slowly bring in Ullmark, their rookie. I don't know if he's still a rookie, but they're next in line for goal. Fleury of the Knights made only 13 saves on 17 shots. Ouch. He's a little rusty. For the Sabres, Eichel had 2 goals. Scandella had a goal. Pomneville on the 4th line had a goal. And for the Knights, Marchessault had a goal and an assist. Holla, formerly of the Minnesota Wild, not last year, but the year before, had a goal. Carlson had 2 assists. And, some interesting stats in this game, because you'd think that maybe the Vegas Knights have like a playoff hangover or something, because there were times in the game they just looked lost. They on each of those 4 goals, they were just caught completely out of position. I wouldn't even, I don't think there was one goal really that I really blame Fleury on. But the face-off stats were 31-17 in favor of the Knights. The hits were 29-17 in favor of Vegas as well. So far this year they're 1-2-0. So hopefully they'll shake this off within the next few weeks or so, and they'll start looking like the team they were last year. Moving on, the Anaheim Ducks won 3-2 over the Detroit Red Wings in the shootout. This game really only picked up until about midway through the second, I'd say. And it started to become fun to watch. This game I caught a bit of, along with a little bit of the New York game, and I caught most of the Buffalo-Vegas game as well. But I digress. Gibson for the Ducks made 19 saves on 21 shots. Howard from the Red Wings made 25 of 27. Howard looked good in this loss. So, which is good news for Wings fans, but Howard seems so streaky. We'll see. For the Ducks, Lindholm had a goal, Silverberg had a goal, and Troy Terry, who was a Hobey Baker nominee last year for the NCAA, got the shootout goal. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see how much Randy Carlyle uses him coming up in the future because of all the injuries the Ducks have sustained. And as everyone knows, Randy Carlyle isn't big on rookies or the youngins. He's a veteran coach. So, yeah. For the Wings, Bertuzzi scored a goal, and so did Helm. Bertuzzi is going to be a guy you're going to want to watch out for. He looks really good. On his goal, how would I describe it? He kind of went... He went from the side of the net and made this sort of JV, James Van Riemsdyk, Savardian spinorama kind of thing, and just put it up and over Gibson. It was a real pretty goal. If you're able to go check that out online, it's worth it. News for today. We missed this. I don't know how I missed this yesterday, but Ryan Getzlaf, speaking of injuries for the Ducks, suffered a lower body injury on Saturday against the Coyotes. That's all anyone will say so far, and that he's day to day. But he joins a brutal list for the Ducks of Corey Perry, Patrick Eaves, Kessler, Andre Casse. That's a lot of their big key veteran players there that are huge question marks. So, will the Ducks make the playoffs this year? You should watch my video and find out. Yeah. I mean, they have, 4 or 5 straight years in a row now? In any case. Moving on, the Florida Panthers have news about Luongo. He'll be out 2 to 4 weeks now with an MCL injury. Initially, they said it wasn't serious, but he is 40 or 41 years old, so we'll hope James Reimer does well in his absence. Big hit for the Philadelphia Flyers here. JVR, James Van Riemsdyk, as I was referring to him earlier, will miss 5 to 6 weeks with a lower body injury from a game with the Avalanche in which he took a puck off the leg. We don't know the extent of or what exactly is the injury so far, but 5 to 6 weeks without JVR. They just signed him to a 5-year deal or so. He left the Leafs, had a career year in goals with 36. Now you're out. You're missing one of your key players, especially on the power play, net front presence for the next little over a month. Let's see how Philly does without him. Columbus Blue Jackets. Dubinsky is out 4 to 6 weeks with a strained oblique muscle. The 32-year-old had 1 goal and 1 assist in 2 games so far. He was having a good start last year. I think he only had 16 points. He was injured here and there, and that's too bad. For the Los Angeles Kings, a little bit of an update on Jonathan Quick's injury. He should be out only about a week from an injury that he suffered earlier a few days ago in practice. I believe it was Friday or Saturday. And last but not least, bit of news here. The Seattle NHL group unveils plans for a $7 million training center north of the city. It will have 3 rinks, which I think 2 of them will have about a 400 seated capacity. 1 will be about 1,000. There's supposed to be light rails is supposed to be being developed in that area within the next few years as well. And if you're out of the loop here, It's basically a foregone conclusion that Seattle's going to get a team by the time January rolls around. That's going to make it official. I mean, shovels are already going in the dirt in November on the new Key Arena. So yeah. Games for tomorrow on October 9th. San Jose Sharks versus the Philadelphia Flyers. The Vancouver Canucks face off against Carolina Hurricanes. The Colorado Avalanche versus Columbus Blue Jackets. The Calgary Flames versus the Nashville Predators. The Los Angeles Kings versus the Winnipeg Jets. And the Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Dallas Stars, or the Stars of Dallas. Yeah, well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button. If you liked the video, smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you know any hockey geeks, please don't be shy about sharing. Thanks very much, and I'll see you soon.